Hi guys, this is Hatan Kamal. Today I am going to show you some detailed information about SAPUI5 table. So let's get started. So first, that I am keeping the same thing. So as I have already mentioned, either you can go to index.html and right click and run as web app preview, or right click on project, click run as, and web app preview. Both works in the same way, so you don't have to worry about anything. So in Eclipse, as I already told, it's sometimes it will take time. So just go to Chrome and paste the URL. So you can see the same thing what's appeared here. But make sure you should not close this index.html when we are opening it in Chrome. So if we have closed this here, it will not work in Chrome. So let's try it. So now the port number and everything is closed, so there is no relationship now between our Eclipse opened port and Chrome, because the Eclipse opened port has been closed in Eclipse. So in Chrome that port don't have any, it's not a valid port anymore. So make sure you should not close this web app preview in our tab. So 51734 and change to 51734. So that's it, it came here. So first let's see how to select the rows. So right now we are having this thing here. So I think it's just a normal way of selecting rows. So I just want to know how we are going to check this API reference to check these things for selecting rows and selection behavior. So I have already collapsed so many of libraries. So don't confuse with the SAPUI.table with the SAPM.table, because you can find one more table here, SAPM. Yeah, here you go, SAPM.table. But we are not going to use SAPM.table library. We are going to use SAPUI.table library. So let's come here. So SAPUI.table, and in this we are having SAPUI.table here. Just click it. Here we go. So there are so many functions available here. So for us right now it's in selection behavior. Just come here and you can see here selection behavior. So this is the property we are going to use now. So as for selection behavior, it's not working. Search for selection behavior. So here you go. So there are three properties in selection behavior: SAPUI5 table dot selection behavior dot row, row only, row selector. So right now, so let's check each options one by one. Go to index review, and as I mentioned, you can give it here selection behavior. Let me check the spelling is correct. Let's just copy paste it and make sure it's small letter in start. So now we are going to use SAPUI row. So let's refresh it. So now you can see by selecting the column that row is getting selected. Let's try with row only. You can select when we are using row, you can select both using this one also, and you can select using this column by clicking anywhere on the row you can select it. But when you mention it as row only, refresh it, see you you can see the left side selection of row is disabled, so you can select only row by clicking on the row. Let's check with another option. This option I never tried, just we'll check it. Row selector. So let's refresh. So now you can see row selector only can be selected using left side of the row selector column. Now we will see about selection mode. What are the selection mode options are available? So come to Chrome and check the API reference for selection mode. Make sure that it's under as a table selection mode, SAPUI5 table selection mode. So there are so many things: single, multi, none, multi toggle. So we have already mentioned that as single. So we are already using that single. So let's check with the multi. Save it and refresh it. Now we can select it as. So for me in Mac it's command to select multiple rows, but maybe in Windows they will use control or alt something. They might have to use, I think. So let's try with another option. It's none, so no rows can be selected. So select none. So we can't select any rows. Already that selection of the row on left side it's already disabled, and using this one also we can't select anything. So just try with all other options and try to find anything, how you can use everything. So in case if you feel that you want to set specifically outside of the table, not inside, using this instead of options, you want to set that as using function or something. So after creating the table control, so just do table control dot set set selection mode. So I'm just copy and pasting it. So after set, whatever the options or properties coming, it should be in uppercase, set selection mode, and inside parentheses give the option. And now you don't have to do this option inside the table control. So refresh it. You can see the same thing what we are given inside the table. So you can do the same thing for selection behavior also. So just remove it and bring it down and make it table control dot set selection behavior, and after set that property of the first letter should be capital, then inside the parenthesis give the value of the value for the property. So right now we can't check this row selector because we give that as a none, so change it back to single. Now refresh the page. So now you can see the thing again, single. You can't select using row because you have given that as row selector, and if you give that as row, you can select now using both either on left side row selector or anywhere in the row. By selecting row you can do it. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. I'll just come up with another table tutorial for how to get a JSON and values for the table after selecting the rows. So thanks once again.